Looking for stuff. Oh, here it is. Crap out of this. Hey, what's up? Texas RC noob. Yeah, guys, I'm just cleaning out the mud that's packed into these cap head screws. What we're doing today is we're doing just a little wrenching and hanging out video. And what we're doing is we're gonna get this differential out here, this open differential out of the rooster, so we can put it in the Punisher, because I want to run the 71 Supreme with an open differential and see what it handles like. So that's what we're doing, guys. I don't know how many people are in here, but get this wheelie bar off here. Yeah, I usually don't go live, guys, but I figured, what the heck, I'm getting ready to wrench on this. Why not go ahead and go live and hang out with my audience and all that stuff. So I think I went live one other time, and I probably should have gave everybody a notice that I was doing this, but it came spur of the moment, I suppose. It's not that hard to port. It's just not messing with the port timing, which is the top and the bottom of the ports. You can widen them, but I would stay away from the top and the bottom of the ports, because you're going to change the port timing. I've ported a couple engines, and to me, it's honestly, I think it's easier just to buy a good, engine from somebody who knows what they're doing. Whether it be rooster tail or something like that. So we got the wheelie bar off. I'm gonna have to set this down here. Next thing, actually we'll take the shocks off. No problem, bro. So now we're going to get these shocks out of the way. And we got those out of the way. And now I suppose we could pull the uprights. Okay. get the upper uprights, or not the uprights, the upper control arms. We're gonna pull them babies out. There we go. And we're gonna hold on to our bushings. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put these up here in I guess in the parts place or whatever. What fuel do you run and mixed ratio? I'm pretty new to this Okay, so the fuel that I run, I don't have a can of it out here, but it's VPC12 is what I run. And then for oil, I run Motul 800, and I just used the last of my Motul 800 on my, I just mixed up a gallon of fuel, and so I just used the last of my Motul 800, or I could show you what it looks like. But if you just go on to Google and just Google up, Motul 800. It's MOTUL 800. Yeah, just Google that and you'll find it. I just go over to my dirt bike store, and it's right across the street. In fact, it's really convenient for me. That's where I get my C12, my VP C12. I just get it all over there. It's just right across the street. So that's pretty nice. And I know it's not, hey, what's going on? But I know it's, crap. I know it's not convenient for everybody like that, but some people have to get the stuff, shipped or whatever. And so a lot of times they won't ship it. We lost both dog bones, or both dog bone pins. There's the other one. And then I was going to show you guys that these are, they're fast lane machine. I'm pretty sure, FLM ultra heavy duty. And these pins, they don't, see there's no set screw there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these pins just float. Same way with the 71. So now we can get rid of our rear shock tower. Been running Klotz. Klotz is a good oil. I have some up there, some Klotz Beanol, and then I also ran Klotz Lubriplate, I think is what it was. But no, Klotz is those are good products. The only reason I quit running the Klotz Beanol and stuff is because Mike Taylor, he loves Motul 800. That's his somewhat favorite oil. So that's what I run in my RC or Taylor RC engines. But the reason I quit running the Beanol is because you can't run it at temperatures below 32 degrees, because you can take a chance of it clotting together, and then your engine will starve for oil, and that's no good. Let me go ahead and get a key on that one first. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to read, the comments as best I can while I'm wrenching, so don't feel like I'm ignoring anybody, because I'm not trying to. It's coming apart. We're almost there. Yeah, I forgot that I put those in there. But that's fine. We don't need that. Okay, so rear hinge pins is next. Actually, over in the pick here. Okay. There we go. If you don't mind me, what kind of accident were you in? I was in a motorcycle accident in 2017. I had a 2015 or 2013 Harley Davidson Street Glide, and it was October 6th of 2017, and I had just got the bike. I had the bike for 2.5 weeks, and it had the 103 with a power commander on it and Vance Hines pipes, and so I had just got it. It had been raining forever. After I had just got it, it rained for, I don't know, like a week, and I hadn't been able to ride it. And October 6th, the weather started getting a little bit nicer. And so I took it out, and it started, towards the end of my ride, it started raining again. Or not raining, but it started like doing this little sputter spit stuff. Just very lightly, kind of a mist, like a heavy mist. But anyways, it started doing that again, and I started getting cold, so I was gonna book it back to the house, and I left from a stop sign, just going through the gears, like, you know, getting it, and like the motorhead that I am. But anyways, I went to go around some slower traffic. It was harvest time, and there was a grain cart, and behind that was 2 cars, and I was coming up on them so fast, I had already committed to go around them. Well, by the time I committed to go around them, in the other lane was oncoming traffic, and so instead of involving anybody in another accident or anything, I just went ahead and apparently I took the ditch, because I don't remember that, but I don't remember anything really except for leaving the stop sign. So yeah, we'll just leave that there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the back of this case removed. Actually, we're going to get this out of the way. I usually take these screws out of these uprights. Maybe these have never been out. I don't know. I doubt. I must have put them back in. Yeah, we'll get this shock tower out of the way, and then we'll be able to get it, everything. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I do remember I'm gonna have to loosen the transmission. I know. Well, it's by only by the grace of God that I'm alive, and Jesus saved my life from the ditch. Because I'm telling you, I broke my neck and I suffered a traumatic brain injury, and that's why I'm disabled, is because I can't remember anything. It's getting better, doing stuff like working out and going to the gym. That seems to be helping a lot with my memory and stuff. But I nobody thought I was gonna live. I was not wearing a helmet. My wife said that when she saw me, because they were gonna life flight me and they couldn't life flight me because the ceiling was too low, and so they had to take me by ambulance, hour and a half to the nearest hospital that was capable of dealing with my kinds of head injuries. Because my wife said when they were wheeling me out to put me in the ambulance, it looked like somebody had stuck a football inside my face. That's how hard I hit the ground. So yeah, in my brain injury, what happened is obviously my brain started swelling because I hit the ground so hard. My head started swelling or whatever, and they almost had to help drill a hole in my head, and to relieve the pressure. And but what happened is when I hit the ground, the way Dr. Duna explained it to me, everything with the way the brain works and how it gets injured, everything happened on the reverberation. So it wasn't actually the hit that did the damage, because you got like a little liquid sac around it, but it's the reverberation, that opposite thing, that actually does the damage. It's kind of weird. I had no idea about that, but anyways, yeah, that's what did it. But yeah, it's all frontal lobe stuff. So, but I'm glad to be here, guys. I really am. Let's get the bottom of this transmission loose. And the reason you have to loosen the transmission to pull this back part off is because it's got the 6 bolts and it's easy access, but you got to loosen the transmission. And the reason you do is because it's got a little notch that everything sits in. So. Now, we got the tranny loose, transmission loose. Yeah, I really don't know if you would call this easy access, because you still basically have to pull the transmission to get the back cover off. I mean, so I don't know how much of an easy access you would call it. But you don't have to split the case, I suppose. Wow. Huh. Well, anyways, guys, my bit flew out of my screwdriver, so I cannot find it. And the ones that I got from DDM, my 3mm, broke off. So anyways, I'll just have to take it out the hard way or slow way or whatever. Yeah, that was weird. It just flew out of the screwdriver, and the end of it, the end of my screwdriver is magnetic. So it's almost there. And like I said in my prior video, I think that this already has black bone gears, so I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna have to do any ring gear switch. But if it does not have a black bone ring gear, I'm gonna have to switch that up. So yeah, I'm really anxious to get. I say in my videos all the time, I'm really anxious to get for somebody to come out with some gears for the transmission on that Vesla. There we go, guys. That's what we were looking for, and I don't believe that's black bone because that should be black. But that's no big deal. That ring gear should be easy to switch out. And I'll just take it off the Taylor locker. But yeah, we got the billet differential in there, and it's got, I don't know, it's got some pretty stiff fluid in there. I don't even know if I'm gonna change the fluid, guys. So there's our differential. Now, gotta figure out where to put all these parts. There. And then that's all the fasteners, so I can put the fasteners in a bag. So yeah, anyways, guys, like I was talking about the Vesla, getting the 71 in that thing. And I've had some people comment. I had one guy ask me if he recommended the Vesla. I strongly recommend that platform because, I mean, from what I've drove it so far, it's one of the most stable platforms I've been around. I mean, it really is. I mean, as far as, you know, red cap machines, roving machines, all that stuff. It's one of the more stable ones. So I think we got that taken care of. Now I'll switch you guys over to this section. And I don't know if my tripod's gonna act right here. I'm sorry about everything moving, guys, but we're switching over to this other machine, and I'm trying to get you in a place where you can see and everything. So let me see what I'm gonna do here. I think the best thing to do it's hard to do this because my tripod wants to keep tipping over, guys. And like I said, I'm sorry for the shakiness. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm in the process of moving everything. Okay, there. She gonna stand there? Looks like she'll stand there. Can everybody see okay? Is the, I guess, the audio quality there? Is the stream quality there? This is actually my second live, Wade. My first live, I think, was like 2 years ago. Before, or maybe it might have even been 3 years ago, before I even got monetized, I went live on my laptop, and that's the only way you can go live if you don't have 1,000 subs. You got to meet all those credentials, you know. So, but anyways, why don't we go ahead and start on this machine, and I suppose what we'll start with is we'll cut these limit straps. They're actually just, 200-pound zip ties, but I hate doing that. I'm gonna put this machine on the ground and put some pressure on these shocks while I cut these zip ties, so they can't just flop up. Because that would be really hard on my seals. And this has IRC big bore shocks, and I really don't want to mess those shocks up. How's that? Can everybody see on the 35? What I have heard it. Do I hit gasket delete? I just. Yeah, I would, if you're going to use silicone made for headers, I would recommend JB Weld for sure. Let me see if I have some. Oh, I do have some. I have a huge thing of it, but that's what I recommend if you're gonna do anything like that. The way the Taylor 35 seals, it actually has an O-ring on the head, and I would just replace the O-ring. I mean, there's really nothing to that O-ring. There's not really a gasket, it's just an O-ring. Okay, so this is that. I'm taking off that steel bracket that I made for this. That's why I made it. That I busted the carbon fiber one, so I made this one out of 1/4-inch steel. And it seems to have held up. I've crashed it at least, I don't know, at least a half dozen times since, and it's landed on the wheelie bar, and what would have probably actually ruined it didn't, so. So now we're going to keep this stuff straight for the Punisher, because that's what we're going back with, together with. So the next situation, I'm going to say we'll just do the shock. All right, bro. We'll see you later, Carrie. I'm really actually excited to see. The last time I had an open differential, it was in the when I had the 40 GT, and the reason I switched to the locker is because I kept having issues with the differential that I had or whatever. I can't remember what the hell the deal was, why I kept having issues. Okay. Where am I putting all this stuff? Yeah. That's Let me sweep this off a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in front of the camera, guys. We'll set them there. Yeah, if I had 1955 gears on it before I got the reed case. Not only that, but I had 2-speed on it with it started out with 1955 and then it went to 2252, I believe. So the answer to your question would be yes. You can run 1955s. You could run, I would say, without the first gear, without a 2-speed, you could probably run 2153s out of the box, I suppose. It's a pretty strong engine, not being a reed, so. Okay. This one's coming apart a lot easier, I suppose. I'm trying to figure out which direction I'm going to go next. I suppose I'll get this shock tower out of the way like I did last time. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. My 3mm flew. Yeah, oh well, I'm not gonna have it, so. Yeah, everybody can see there. Okay, so. We'll take these loose, get rid of this rear shock tower. There we go. All right, let's sit that there. Okay, so trying to figure out which direction I want to go next. Wow. Those are going to be tight. These are pretty much loose up here. Clutch gear will go there. And come on. There we go. Get my brakes. Brakes over here. So that well, I suppose what's up, Lotus 420? Sorry, guys. My neighbor just tried to call me there. I think it might have broke up the live stream a little bit. Yeah, that feels like it's going to just strip. So what we'll do, we'll go a different direction. Apparently, I put too much Loctite on that one. But with the 71, I'm telling you guys, you can never put too much on there because it rattles. It'll rattle it loose if you don't. It's kind of like a danged if you do, danged if you don't, you know, type deal. So we'll pull out the hinge pins. If I'm not careful, I'm going to lose my last 3 millimeter. We'll pull out these hinge pins and get the lower control arms out of the way, and then we should be able to. I don't think I need to take off the rest of that top brace. I think I can get away without it. Yeah. There we go. Hey, yeah, I usually don't go live very often, bro, but I thought today, you know, I wanted to do some wrenching, and what I needed to do was I wanted to switch this 71 Supreme machine over to an open differential, and I thought, what the heck, I'll go live and see how that works on the channel. I don't go, like I said, I don't go live very often, so I'm kind of, you know, I'm totally new at this or whatever. I went live once before, so I'm gonna try to pay attention to comments the best I can and make it as entertaining as I can make it. But bear with me, guys. Wow, that's a long-winded gun. Okay. Now, yeah, everybody can see, still see. I gotta make sure everybody can still see. Okay. Now that might be an issue. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. No. Whoops. Well, anyways. Hopefully these come loose. That one came loose. Hey, what's up, KGM? My bro, Kyle. How's it going? Ooh. I thought that was going to strip for sure, but it didn't. Ah, I hate that. Here. Oh man, don't tell me that. Always the last bolt. I may as well just try to heat it up. Why? May as well just try to heat it up. Alright. Put a little bit of heat to this baby and hopefully she'll come out. I mean, that's what I was talking about just a few seconds earlier. It's like, danged if you do, danged if you don't. Because if you don't use enough Loctite, it's going to rattle it loose. And if you use too much, you're going to be doing this. And potentially drilling out a bolt. So, yeah, I guess it's part of it with this big bore stuff, especially the 71. Because that thing rattles everything loose, guys. Everything. So... let me see comments. Yeah, they do. The bulkhead ones will. Well, I guess the Kraken doesn't have bulkheads. They're built into the transmission. But I had problems with it when I had to pull the. There, she's smoking a little bit. So hopefully I have her hot enough. But I had problems after I put the 71 in the Kraken to see, what it was like. For a minute, I had to drill. There's 3 of them that stuck in there, so. Can't be struck if it's liquid. Well, I hope it's liquid. It was smoking. There, she came loose. Be careful of this bolt. It's going to be hot. Yeah, not as bad as you'd think it would be. Come on. There we go. Woo! Well, I suppose what we'll do is just do this then. So yeah, that's what I like about this Taylor differential, and is it's got bigger fasteners. The bolts are 4mm Allen head keys, so, and there's only 4 of them instead of 6. Actually, I don't know if it has enough battery in it, but I'll try it, see what happens. No, I didn't charge the battery, but it had enough to get it out, at least. Yeah, she's about toast on battery. So we'll put that over there and put this battery on charge. Hey, what's up, Dimitri? What's up, my brother Hybrid? How's it going? Okay, so there we got, see, that's what I was talking about, guys. So here, let me see if I can get these side by side. You see the difference in the gears? That's how I could tell it wasn't black bone, because the black bone gears are actually black because they're hardened or whatever. So we're gonna take this ring gear off this differential and put it in this differential. And I don't know if anybody's ever seen, I don't know if you guys have seen these. I don't know. I'll just show it to you guys anyways, but if I can get it out of the case. But that's the Taylor hex locker. And I have had absolutely no problems with this Taylor hex locker, other than I replaced the cups. What was it? The end of last year, I replaced the cups because they were getting a lot of wobble in them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I've done. It's the strongest locker I've ever been around. The only thing I have a feeling of, and the reason why we're doing this, guys, we're going from the open differential. We're going from the locker to the open differential, and the reason we're doing that is because I lost my train of thought. Is because I have a feeling this locker is what's making it do that death roll. When I'm riding a wheelie, there's no place for anything to give, and so it's up on its back wheels. It kind of walks like this, and that's what causes it to do the death roll and twist and roll over and slide and slam on the ground and do shit like that. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get this gear swapped out. One thing I did want to check while we're here is these dog bones tend to be pretty particular, and I want to make sure they will go in and slide in and out of this easy, and they will. Because you don't want them sticking. They will snap quicker than crap, dude. So we'll check this one. Other side. Yep. So we can run these cups. So basically what I'm saying is we don't have to split the differential and change cups, because or I could do a little bit more grinding, but these cups are actually worn pretty good, so we should probably go ahead and not use those. So go ahead and change out this ring gear. And then I was going to tell you, everybody, one thing that I did find when I was taking apart the Kraken to put the 71 in, or was it to put the 71 in? Yeah, because I changed the transmission. I had not got the hardened gears yet, but I had changed the transmission housing over to aluminum. And what I did, I pulled the differential, and these screws, you know, you can put it in either way, but these screws were actually facing the wrong way. And if I would have ran it and not caught that with the 71 Supreme, it would have worked every one of these ring gears loose and you know, split my case or whatever, like it did to this one. That's why that is JB welded right there, is because if you put this differential in like that with all the torque and all the wheel spin, I don't know what it is, but it'll loosen these bolts on the ring gear, and it actually spit one out of my case right here. It was the first time I ran it after I got this case, $150 case, and it spit a bolt out of it. So I JB welded it, did a quick fix. And so I wanted, what I'm trying to get at, guys, is always, if you're running big horsepower, big torque, big CC, whatever you want to say, or if you just plain ass don't want your ring gear bolts coming loose, always put it in away from the spur gear. Always put this in away from your spur gear. These screws face away from your spur gear. So I did want to touch on that. I kind of actually wanted to highly stress it because it's very important. If everybody's wondering why I'm doing this by hand with this tiny Allen wrench in my hand, it's because earlier in the live stream I had my screwdriver out and I had my bit in it and it flew out and I cannot find it on my garage floor, and I don't want to waste live stream time looking for a bit lost on my garage floor, so, or my RC car shop floor, whatever you want to call it. So we'll get these ring gears switched out. We'll get the open differential installed, and I don't know how far we're going to go. We might just go till we get these ring gears switched out. I don't know. Oh! Dang it. Yeah, so put it back up where it can fall down again. No, I'll just set it down there. Oh, this transmission and transmission housing hybrid, what we're doing is we're putting the open differential into the Punisher. So this is the transmission case and housing out of the Punisher. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Yeah, well, you're lucky, Kyle. I'll show you the inside of my deal, because every one of those bolts came loose. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. And this is when I was running the 40, and every one of them bolts came loose, and it chewed the crap out of my my housing. Luckily, it didn't hurt the spots where the bearing goes in. Because if it would have done that, I would have been screwed. I would have had to order a new housing. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to make it a lot more stable. And like I said, for the life of me, I really can't remember why I went to the locker. I was having some sort of issue with something.
And this is how I corrected it, was going to the locker. And then I got all those, you know, the handling issues, and the death roll came about and stuff, especially not so much with the 40. The 40 would still do it, just not as often as the 71. But the 71, if anytime you try to pin that trigger open and ride a wheelie, if you're not careful, every now and again it'll do it, and it'll ride it safely. But if you're not paying attention, it will do that death roll every time with this lock. I have a feeling it's this locker. I'm not saying it is, but I have a feeling, and that's what we're gonna try. Is we're gonna switch out with this open differential. And the reason we're doing this is because I got a taste of it with the Kraken Vesla when I put the 71 in it. I got a taste of how the 71 might act with just a regular open differential. So yeah, there is a I haven't got the engine put in it yet, but I got the Dynamite .19 engine, and I think that's what it is. But I got that, and then I got the glow igniter or whatever, and then I had to, for some reason, I had to take this battery box deal out of it. And so I got a new one of those I got to wire in, and I got to put the engine in, get new nitro fuel, and I'm wanting to kind of play around with this nitro at some point. Man, this is a super pain in the butt. I wish I had my 3mm bit. You know, once I get these spur gears off, I might try to look for that bit. I don't know. I've only got one out. Jeez. My fingers are going numb. I think I red Loctited these. I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, it's got it. That's why they're coming out so hard, guys. I red Loctited these. Whoops. That's exactly why they're coming out so hard. I wondered if they were cross-setted or something. But no, it's just the red Loctite. Whew. My goodness. Yeah, this is not working very well. I wish that bit hadn't have flown out of my hand. My hands are getting tired, folks. Let's see. If I can come up with something that'll work. I think I might be able to. See if this works. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. Just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, that you talking about that bit, Lotus? All right, I'll see if I can't come up with it. Man, I think it's gone forever, guys. I can't find it. Yeah, it's just not down here. And what I have a feeling is it went in that thing of oil. Grab my magnet. Oh, would you look at that? I found it, guys. Okay. This is funny. Yeah, I got a little thing of engine oil, or like little deal that I drain my lawnmower oil into underneath my bench. And my bit flew out of my screwdriver and it landed in that oil. So I pulled it out with a magnet. I had a feeling that's where it was. Oh, and it's, man, the tip of it's worn off. It won't even bite. All that work for nothing. Yeah, the trains go by here. Depending on what day it is, they'll go by here about every 15 minutes. So it's just, I guess it's just something to get used to. Man. And this other bolt is giving me fits. It's like the this last bolt I gotta get out. It's always the last one. It's giving me fits like the head's stripped out. And I did not strip the head out, but it's acting like that. So, but I would like to get this done. Like I said, guys, I found my screwdriver, but it's, I don't know, it must be worn. I need to get some new ones, I guess. What I'm trying to say. Let's see if we can deal with this last one. Keeps acting like it's stripped. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut the head of it off. That'll save some time. Gonna be off camera for a minute, guys. I'm over here working on getting the head of this bolt cut off. Okay, I'm back on camera. So, I cut the head of that bolt off. I don't know. Let me see how well the camera can show up, but I cut the head of that bolt off, or whatever. Just because the head of it was acting like it was stripped off or stripped out and stuff. So I'll worry about this later off camera. I'm not gonna bore you guys with it being a pain in the you know what. Tap, tap, tappy. And we're going to put the black bone gear. Set that there. We'll grab this. Hey, later, KGM. Later, Kyle. Hey, what's up? I don't know how to say that. Me drone or moo drone or. But what's up, brother? So, clean this up a little bit. The reason I'm doing this is it fell on the floor earlier and I just wiping all the nominal dirt off or whatever. So now we're gonna put this ring gear on this differential. And this one should go a hell of a lot smoother, guys, because I don't think I red Loctited these by the feel of it. They're plenty tight, but I don't think does not feel like I red Loctited them. Woohoo! Here it is. No, these are coming out just fine. Yeah. Here, I could turn it that direction. Actually, I need to switch out these fasteners. We're gonna go up to here. Okay. Yeah, guys, this one I put the blue Loctite in, and apparently on the locker, I used red on this one, and that's why the bolts came out so hard every bit of the way, is because I used red Loctite on that. I can't even believe they came out, but it's probably because they weren't button head screws or what is that bevel head thing. It's probably because it wasn't a screw like that. It was a screw like that, so. Well, actually, that one did strip, and I had to cut the head of it off. And that wouldn't have worked very well with this open differential. Take that ring gear off. Set it aside. And drop this ring gear on. Hopefully. Don't tell me this ring gear won't fit on. I might have to Dremel. Whoa. Oh, this ring gear is broken. Guys, I just found that this ring gear, one of the bosses where it bolts is broken. Huh. So I might have to Dremel this, guys, and if I have to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go, because this is gonna take time, and it doesn't seem like the Blackbone gears are just gonna slide down over this Roven billet housing. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way you try to put it on. Trying to see where all it needs ground. You know what I thought about doing? Here, let's pound it on. Yeah, right. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some dremeling. I see right where it needs dremeled now. These corners need rounded off a little bit. Needs to be taken off those. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop the live stream here, because I'm gonna have to do some work to this housing to get this ring gear to go on. I'm gonna have to do some Dremel work. I'm gonna see if I can show you if the lighting's right, but yeah, it might be a little bit right, but you can see where I've taken off some of the
some of the anodizing. But that's where it's rubbing. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to come in here with a Dremel tool and just remove. It's just by a little tiny bit, guys. The tolerances on these parts are just, they're so close that, I mean, it just needs a little bit of work. I mean, just right here, just taking off this stuff. So that's, in order to do that, I'm going to have to bolt the other ring gear back on it so I don't get metal shavings and filings and stuff in here. And I might even have to take the differential apart and do it with it out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the live stream here, guys. Hope everybody liked it, had a good time hanging out. I tried to answer as many questions and as many comments as I can. You know, wrenching on this stuff and first of all, being new at it, going live and stuff, because like I said, I've only been live one at a time. But all excuses aside, I'll get better at it, guys, and I'll try to go live more often. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and end the video so I can get to modifying this case and see what happens there. So, guys, I hope you have a good time. We'll talk to everybody later. We'll see you in the next one, guys.